Hello, everyone. This is Eva with Stitching in the Interlake. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a good day. Well, so far I'm feeling better. Is it completely gone? I'm not sure yet. Only time will tell throughout the day if it's gone. But so far, I'm doing okay. So I am working here on Father Christmas. And if you look on yesterday's thumbnail, you will see a better picture of this. I won't put it on today's because it messes up and it doesn't want to upload because it recognizes it like as a duplicate type thing. So, yeah. So that's what I'm working on. And here I am. I didn't do much stitching yesterday at all. I spent quite a bit of the time I got into my PJs, and I spent most of the time there laying on the sofa. And I slept for about an hour. And, but a bit of news. Juliet and John came over yesterday to put Rosie together. I couldn't stay outside for very long because my head hurt too much. And I had to come and lay down because I was just feeling it. So anyway, later on in the afternoon, I went outside and they were there. And so there was problem after problem after problem. Like things just didn't fit right. The handlebars wouldn't stay tight. The seat wouldn't stay tight. The bell was just trash. The hand pump for pumping up the tires was like it was only about this high and totally inadequate for pumping up the tire. Yeah. And the fenders on the back wheels were put on wrong, like right from the factory. They were put together where they didn't fit right. The chain guard had to be bent so it would be fit. Trying to think whatever else. The seat wouldn't stay in place and it would constantly just move back, and you can only tighten it so much, and you have to be careful because you don't want to strip it, right? And there were reflectors to go on the tire, but they were the wrong reflectors. And they didn't even have a backing so that you could attach them to the spokes of the wheel. I don't know, did I say fender? Sorry. So, and then I took it for a bit of a ride, and then Juliet took it for a bit of a ride, and she was at the end of the driveway, and the chain broke. So, yeah, now, so I wrote to the company, and I did a review, and I listed all the various issues. There were 11 issues. Oh, they like the booklet, the instruction booklet was the wrong one for Rosie. It was we had to use extra tools because the tools were, they had the tools there, but to use some power tools made it so much easier. They had on the booklet there that it should only take about 2.5 hours to put Rosie together. And it took 4 of us about 20 hours to put her together. So just problem after problem. Did I say that the front fenders were wrong? Yeah. They wouldn't fit the way that they had them, so they had to be turned around and yeah. So I only gave it a 3 out of a 5. And I'm thinking now I should have only given it a 2 out of a 5. For the amount of money I paid for her, and that was about $400. It was more than $400. It was like $424 because of taxes. And, I just really, I really told them, what I felt about it. I've got her now, so I've got to, have to use her. But there were so many issues that were wrong. And, I don't know who they were timing there to put Rosie together, but I would say it was probably a specialist from the company, and they timed the company employee who probably had lots of bike knowledge and everything else to put her together. So now John is going to try and get a new link for the chain to try and put her together. So it's going to take a little bit of getting used to riding her, but Juliet liked her. I said that John's probably going to have to get her one. So, yeah. So, yeah. I thought maybe I could go uptown today, but I'm not going to be able to. So maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it will be tomorrow. I'm not pushing it today at all. I just don't want to push it. Like if I can go today without too much of a problem, then I can see about maybe taking Rosie tomorrow. Sydney. And Sydney, the little brat. Now he's jumping up on top of the counters. And that's just a new thing. That's just recent. Absolutely. Just in the last few days. So I'm not happy about that. So that's all that's really happening. I am feeling better. Yesterday, it was just awful. I felt so awful. It's like it was a whole body again. And I will get those kind, and I am no good for anybody, not even for myself. It's very disconcerting. And, Sydney! Get down! Scratching on my sofa. He's such a brat. Oh, and this morning he was racing around again. So I was able to catch him. And I stuck him outside for about 45 minutes. And he came in with a different attitude. So... and that's what's got to be done. So, but yeah. So has anybody gone to check out that movie, On a Wing and a Prayer, on Prime Video? And if so, what did you think of it? I found it really good. Now, you may disagree, but I found it really good. I found it really good. So... oh, I want to extend my deepest sympathies to Louisville, Kentucky, because the United States has endured another mass shooter. It's just, 4 people and then the shooter himself, all died. I haven't heard anything more this morning about it. So I don't know about the police officer. He was shot in the head. So I don't know how he is doing. And he just graduated the academy. He just graduated on the, was it 30th or 31st? One of those days. So I'm praying for him and for anybody else who was injured. And this may go against the grain of everyone here, or perhaps many of you. I pray for the mother of the shooter, the mother and the brother, because I don't think they knew what was going on with him. And that, so not only do they need to deal with the fact that they have lost their son and brother, but also now he will go down in history as a murderer, a mass murderer. And can you imagine, you know, how people are going to, they're going to blame her or her other son, the brother, and they will probably have, they probably didn't know anything, nothing. So it's so easy to point fingers, you know, and the only person that should be held responsible is the shooter himself, right? And I really resent the fact when people say, oh, it was a mental illness. Oh, he just, you know, whatever. And as someone, and probably quite a few of you, we all have a mental illness of one kind or another, whether it's depression, anxiety, complex PTSD, whatever it is, right? You know, maybe borderline like myself, or you might be bipolar, or, you know, whatever the case may be, right? And none of us go out there and take our frustration and anger and everything else out on someone else. You know, it's really doing a disservice to those people who are mentally ill. Now, is my mental illness bad? No, not like it was when I was younger. Do I still get depressed? Yes. Do I still have suicidal thoughts? Yes. And that will probably never go away, but I can learn to manage it, right? So it really, I really get upset when they label it as mental illness. This is someone who, mentally ill people do not think rationally. And some would say, well, he wasn't rational. Well, he was rational enough to have sent a text message to someone. He was rational enough to know that there was no security guard there. He was rational enough to gather up his weapons and to, you know, he was rational enough for all of that. So I really, you know, let's reserve mental illness, you know, for, you know, like, okay, fine. A lot of us have had psychotic breaks. I've had them several times. But still in that, I never went out and shot anybody or did anything to anybody. So, and put your blame on the shooter himself, not on the mother and brother. And you know, all this, well, people around him should have known. They should have known, you know. We don't know that. We don't know what went on, you know, with regards to him or anything. So, but anyways, my sympathies go towards all the victims' families. And to all the first responders and the people of Louisville and you know, to the people of Kentucky and to the United States. This is not going to stop. You know, it really started, you know, like, oh, guns are not the problem. Well, you know what? Guns are the problem. Because, yes, you may have people who are responsible and all that kind of stuff, except we know their guns are falling into the hands of those who are irresponsible. Right? And the only way this is going to stop is if the U.S. makes it illegal to own like AR style rifles and multi-clip guns, you know, pistols and that. Because we here in Canada, yes, it's happened here. Yes, there's gang violence. Yes, there are shootings. Yes, I gotcha on that. But we here in Canada do not have the epidemic of gun violence that is seen in the U.S. You know, like I know, like there are you know, gangs will go after each other and that kind of stuff. Yes, I know that, but we here do not feel afraid to walk into a bank and worried we're going to get shot up, or go into a school and are we worried too that there's going to be an active shooter or you know, whatever the case may be, right? We don't have that here. So like the fear of going like to a sporting event, or you know, if you go out clubbing or whatever, I don't know, I don't run in that circle. So but the United States is a very gun happy country. Very, very gun happy. And I know there's going to be exception. People say, oh, I grew up with guns. My father took me out shooting. We knew how to responsibly look after it. Yeah. Well, you're not the people that we're talking about. And why on earth do you need an AR style rifle? Why? Oh, yeah, I know that there are people who say, oh, well, it's for sport, it's for target practice. You know, that is very few and far between. You know, it's part of their Second Amendment rights to own and bear arms. Well, this is not going to stop. It's not. So, Sydney. So, yeah. So, I'm not sure. Sydney. Sydney. Little brat. Sydney, get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. He's looking at me like I'm playing a game. Little brat. So, yep. So, so yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just so worried that I am going to aggravate this migraine. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Because yesterday was a horrible day. Now, I am feeling it. But, yeah. So, we'll see what the day brings. So, if you are working on Father Christmas, can you post a picture in the Facebook group? Because I would like to see your progress. And that, so. But I am just working on this. I am quite happy with this so far. Yeah. It's really nice to be working on a different project. So, yep. Otherwise, not much else is happening. So remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. And if you would like to join us in the Facebook group, please answer the following question. Who are two of my three sidekicks? And yeah. And I'm thinking maybe I'm going to put my clothes, you know, the thing where I hang up the clothes on. I think I'm going to put that outside. Yep. So there's a dedicated Facebook group, Stitching in the Interlake. There is the dedicated email address, Stitching in the Interlake, all one word, @gmail.com. Yeah. So please share my channel. Make my channel grow. I've been stuck at about 540 here for the last 3 weeks. It kind of goes up one, and it goes down two, then it comes back up one, and I just can't get past. I think I briefly got to 542. So, but it didn't stay there. So, and if you're just new here, thank you so much. And please tell us where you found me, how you came across me. You know, did you find me on another website? Did you just, it just popped up for you when you put in stitching? Yeah. I'm rather eager to hear from you where you found me. So, but I guess that's it for now. So, I see there's been lots of repercussions there about Bud Light and their use of Dylan Mulvaney, you know, and how they deem him as the... Have you guys seen him? Like, it's just, he just does a parody on women, and all these companies are sponsoring him, like Nike for women, you know, wearing a sports bra. Well, he hasn't got anything there. And besides that, you know, like, why is it that they need to have a man dressed up as a woman do that? Why can't they have an actual woman, an actual biological adult human female do that? Why do they have to, you know, it's like womanhood is becoming a dirty word, you know, like it's just part of this cancel culture. And like, it's just ridiculous. So I just see here that the vice president there, I guess the person who okayed it, she got canned because Bud Light has really taken a nosedive. Now, I don't drink beer at all. Can't stand it. Can't stand the smell of it. I don't drink alcohol anyways. And if you're on psychotropic meds, you shouldn't be drinking that. Even other medications, you really should not be drinking alcohol. So, you know, and I know some people will say, well, it never hurt me. It never hurt me. Well, you know, how many times do you go out in the car and, oh yeah, you see, never hurt me, never hurt me. And you go out that one time and that's it, game over. You know, so anyways, okay, everyone, I guess that's it. I'm going to see you later. And so, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you. And so do I. And so does Jonah and Lilybell. And Sydney's in the kitchen. I think he's up on the counter again. Yep. So, thank you, Jesus, for being my Lord and Savior. Thank you for saving me from my sins. Thank you for being there in my darkest and deepest moments. Thank you for loving me like you do. Thank you for dying on the cross for me so that my sins may be forgiven. And that's a prayer I pray for all of you as well. So, all right, everybody, have a fantastic day, and we will see you back here tomorrow, God willing, of course. So please put those pictures up on the Facebook group. I want to see what you're working on. So, all right, everybody, have a fantastic day. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing, of course. Toodles, everybody.